Hello, this LP3 training video is for the raised list report. To access the raised list report, choose Reports, Management Reports, and then Raised List. Go ahead and run the report so I can explain what the information the report will give you. When you run the report, it will give you delinquency maximum upwards of 5 months. If you run the report, by default, it's going to actually give you a list of all your active customers. You can see their name, account number, loan number, term, how many times that loan has been issued, the amount and the limit amount, and then whether the customer can pay or receive money to renew, their delinquency status, and their history. So if I wanted to come and take a look at the history for people that say only were current, I could choose current list up here and run the report, and it will give me a list of only delinquency maximum of current right now. So current right now. It will still give their delinquency history, which can be sorted, and this sorting will allow you to see things like their history over the last 12 payments. Like for instance, this customer right here, this Aaron, see that this is a loan 8920. It's the ninth loan they've been given. They've got great payment history. They're right now they're on $1,000. Well, I mean, you could possibly raise this customer, or you could possibly raise this Barbara Lowe, which has 9211. It's their 5th time she's renewed. And then she's at 800, so you could possibly raise her depending on what your criteria is. So it allows you to come in here and pretty much dissect the history on delinquency, maximum of current, maximum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months are the options. Kind of go back here and choose 5, so that'll give you all your customers if you choose the maximum of 5. Of course, you don't really want to do a raised list on somebody who's 5 months past due, but you can still come in here and actually look at your data and look at everything and see who's current all the way through 5 months in delinquency currently. Number of loans minimum, so when they must have had at least 1 payment or 2 payments or 3 payments on each loan. So maybe you want to say, I want a minimum of 10 loans, and then I can run the report. So this loan number will be 10 and above, or 30. So the loan will be 30 loans and above. And this allows you to kind of get past some of the newer people that may have only had 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 renewals. So you can choose number of loans as actually how many times they've renewed and above. So history, and let's go ahead and set this back on 1. So history, let me run the report. The history allows you to check the that they've had at least history of 1 payment. So 1 payment and above. And if you run the report, it'll give you anybody who's 1 payment and above. 2 payments and above. So the difference in history and the number of loans is this is how many times they've renewed. This is their past history with you. So they could be different after you've renewed somebody 2 or 3 times. So I don't want to look at anybody who doesn't have a history less than 5 payments. So I can run, and I come over here under the history category, and I will not have any history that is less than 5 payments or above. And you can see this particular customer right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 payments. And if I were to come here and say I want 10 payments and above, well, that customer wouldn't show up anymore. Only 10 payments and above would show up in the history. So this allows you to dissect your customer base and decide whether or not a customer is actually eligible for a raise, just based on their history, based on the amount that they're at right now, based on account number and loan number. This allows you to just do a quick search and then evaluate if these customers that aren't at 700, 800, 900, 1400, whatever the loan maximum is, why they aren't at that. It could give you information on coming in and being able to raise customers based on what your criteria is. So all fields are sortable, all fields. If you want to search for a specific, say, name, Maria, so searching for a name, hit enter. Only the search is all columns. You can also do an or in there, and then put in a second search term and hit enter. And that second search term, when you hit enter, it will come up with both the first and second search term. So it's an option if you're doing sorting and searching through a bunch of records. May not be that important for search under this particular report, because this report will only give you your active customers. This number at the bottom of the report, if you don't make any changes to the option and you run the report when you first come in, will give you all customer status. So all customer delinquency status, history status, and all. You can then, at that point, underneath your options, kind of drill down in on the data that you want for a particular customer based on their history. And that is the raise list report. Thank you very much. Exit.